Night of Champions 2026 arrived in full force to be held in Saudi Arabia. The Kingdom Arena was in charge of hosting almost 30,000 fans for a night that will truly be hard to forget. It probably wasn't the best event of the year, but there were definitely big surprises and, above all, major mistakes. That's why I'll get straight to the point, and today I'll present to you 5 mistakes that happened at Night of Champions 2026. Number 5. A possible submission by Femi was the surprising winner of the King of the Ring tournament at Night of Champions, but it seems that the final result of this match might not be valid. Ova managed to pin Jey Uso after hitting him with his Fall from Grace move, but after the match, many fans and other superstars noticed that Femi appeared to tap out. In fact, he tapped out on the mat while Ova was trapped in the Sleeper Hulk hold, which should have meant the end of the match and the crowning of Uso as King of the Ring. Uso himself has pointed this out, as has Bronson Reed, although it's not clear if this will turn into a rematch storyline or something like that. However, it's curious because even I myself felt that Ova was giving up. Number 4. The table. The main event of Night of Champions more than lived up to the audience's high expectations, delivering a show that kept fans on the edge of their seats. The long-awaited triple threat was a true roller coaster of emotions that lasted for almost 20 minutes of pure action and physical intensity. When the referee counted the final 3 seconds, the arena erupted at a result that most considered absolutely shocking, completely changing the landscape of the company's main storylines. However, in the era of high definition and social media, no detail goes unnoticed. Beyond the spectacular moves and the drama in the ring, the moment that stole the conversation on digital platforms happened outside the ring, specifically at the commentator's table. The sequence in question started to raise the adrenaline in the arena when Cody Rhodes, in a display of strength, sent Sami Zayn straight into one of the announcer's tables, smashing it completely and unleashing the crowd's euphoria. Looking to capitalize on that psychological impact, the ring general, Gunther, tried to replicate exactly the same move, but this time with none other than Cody Rhodes as the victim. It was here that the magic of sports entertainment suffered a technical hiccup. On the first attempt, Gunther slammed Rhodes onto the table with all his strength, but the structure didn't budge an inch. The table simply wasn't ready to break at that moment, which resulted in a visibly painful and hard hit for Cody, handled with his usual professionalism. Laughing, Gunther immediately repeated the move. This time, the table broke into 1,000 pieces in spectacular fashion, but the mystery behind the commentator's table was exposed to the eyes of the world. Right at the transition of the second impact, the main camera broadcasting live to millions of homes around the world caught an extremely revealing angle. Underneath the structure, you could clearly see a member of the production team hiding, who was apparently hurriedly removing the metal locks to ensure the table would collapse on the second impact. This technical oversight completely broke the fourth wall of professional wrestling. Although this kind of production assistance is common to protect the physical integrity of the athletes, the fact that the camera caught it so directly sparked a wave of memes, criticism, and debates among purists of sports entertainment. Despite this funny and awkward blooper, the match is already considered a strong candidate for Match of the Year, showing that even with live mishaps, these competitors know how to put on a world-class show. Number 3. Audio problems. Michael Cole's English announce table was attacked as part of the main event between Gunther, Cody Rhodes, and Sami Zayn, which caused Michael to lose his headphones and be unable to continue commentating the match. Corey Graves was able to continue his work, but it seems that Michael Cole didn't get the notice that he could still be heard, because the WWE Universe could still barely hear his shouts. In the end, it seems that someone backstage told Corey Graves to give his headphones to Cole so he could continue commentating the match. This wasn't his only problem during the show. Earlier that night, Cole's microphone was too loud, which caused an echo every time he spoke. It was clear that when Corey Graves spoke, his volume was normal, while Cole was barely understandable. At the same time, the Spanish audio also had problems at the beginning of the show. The commentary couldn't be heard, and Marcelito Rodriguez himself wrote on Twitter that they were already aware of the problem and would fix it soon. Number 2, Jade's fall. Tiffany Stratton was recruited to replace Rhea Ripley at Night of Champions, and she put her Women's United States Championship on the line against Jade Cargill in what turned out to be an interesting match between the two. Even though Cargill's team tried to help and tip the scales in her favor, it was Stratton who retained the title. However, at one point in the match, Tiffany Stratton lifted Jade Cargill and dropped her straight on her head. The commentary team pointed out that it was a strange move, but that was because it was a mistake. It's not clear if Cargill was too heavy and Stratton wasn't ready to lift her, or if she forgot what the planned move was. Despite the setback, they were able to recover and finish the match. Although clearly a mistake like this can cause serious complications and even an injury that could sideline Jade Cargill for several months. Number 1, Gunther's Plancha. It's likely that Gunther's mistake won't be the part of the main event that the WWE Universe remembers. Instead, what will remain is the fact that Sami Zayn finally managed to reach the top of success and become WWE Champion. That being said, there was a massive mistake in the middle of the match when Gunther tried to take down Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes with a splash, but he missed completely. The ring general didn't make any kind of contact with the other wrestlers when he launched himself, but both of them still sold the impact. It was one of the few low points of the main event since the pace toward the end was fast and kept the crowd on the edge of their seats before Sami Zayn took the victory. However, this mistake by Gunther could probably be the only flawed point in the match. No doubt Night of Champions 2026 had great matches, but even more so, great surprises. Saudi Arabia turned into a real celebration after seeing Sami Zayn crowned as the new WWE Champion. However, opinions are still divided in the Americas. As for me, Sami Zayn totally deserves it. On the other hand, should the match between Femi and Jey Uso for the King of the Ring crown be repeated? Anyway, what did you think of Night of Champions 2026? I'll read all your comments. Don't forget to like and of course subscribe to this channel where you always get the mistakes that happen at every event.